What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be counting down the top 5 best budget tech accessories for students. And if at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 tech in this video, there'll be Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada, but let's jump into the number 5 spot. This is the Teotronics desk lamp. Now, I have been loving this lamp for over 6 months now, and it is probably one of the best for students, whether you're in a dorm room, whether you're working from home. This thing is perfect. The light is perfect for studying, working, or just as an aesthetic piece because it has a lot of different ways that you can angle it and use it. It's very, very good. It's also right there. This thing features all touch controls, which is pretty cool to use. This also has 4 different tones, from a cool tone to warm tones. You can get quite warm at night, or you can get quite cool in the daytime. As well, it has 5 different brightness levels, and it goes very, very bright at 550 lumens, which is more than enough to do most tasks. Even if you're doing something like if you're an art student and you're doing art projects below this light, it will be more than enough light to do that. It does have memory, so when you turn it off in the morning, when you turn it back on, or whenever you turn it back on, it will remember the same brightness and the same tone that you had it on the day before, or the hour before, or the minute before. Now, one of the biggest features is this thing has a ton of position customizability. So if you have this thing all the way back on the edge of your desk and you want to extend it over to where you're actually writing, you can literally just bend it and move it, and it has all these different ways and tilts and turns and twistings. It's very, very cool. And it also has this one aesthetic kind of position, which I really like, where it points back at itself. It's almost like a stick going up, but it has a slit in the back of it that it just pours light onto the back wall behind your desk, and it's very aesthetic and very nice. So if you guys aren't into like having it all the time, like glowing over all your desk, put it in that position and you're good to go, and it looks very cool. Now, the last thing about this is it does have a USB built into the side of it. So if you want to plug in your phone, plug in your earbuds, or whatever else, you can do that as well. Let's move on to the number 4 spot. This is the Proxa laptop sleeve. This isn't any ordinary laptop sleeve. It's got a lot of technology built into it. It is super premium and extremely protective while still being thin. And it consists of 3 main layers. The first one is a Woolenex waterproof top coat. If you don't know what Woolenex is, it's super tightly woven cotton that does not stretch out and has much more resistance and scratch resistance and abrasion resistance and resistance to getting chemicals on it and getting itself dirty, and many other materials. Then in the middle, it has EVA foam for shock absorption, and then beyond that, on the actual inside of it, where you're gonna put your accessories and laptop, there is this velvet that is the softest thing. I wish I had a jacket made of it because it's very nice. Now, as I said, this thing is waterproof, snowproof, rainproof, whatever you want, and the amount of times that I walked to class with my laptop while it was snowing or raining out, I literally countless times. You guys know it happens. So it's very nice to be walking with your laptop and just be fully, completely okay with nothing happening to it, because you don't want anything to happen to it. That would suck. Now, the handle is actually quite comfortable. It's kind of like a spring-loaded handle. I don't know quite sure how they did it, but when you pull up, it like kind of pulls out for you, and then when you release it, it goes back to flat. It's very nice, and it's extremely comfortable, and it's very easy to hold. Now, this might not be a problem if you're gonna be just putting the sleeve in your backpack to have even more protection, but if you are just carrying your laptop around, maybe if you're a graphic design student, that's what I was. A lot of times you're just gonna carry your charging brick, your laptop, and maybe a mouse and maybe a keyboard, and that's pretty much it. You can 100% do that with this, and that moves into the next part of this, which it actually has 2 pockets, one for your laptop and then one for accessories, and this thing was designed very, very well. They're completely separate pockets on opposite sides with opposite zippers and their own zippers, and there's actually quite a lot of space, and you don't feel like if you put stuff in the other pocket with like accessories that it's gonna hurt your laptop because it's so well padded. I easily put my Razer 15 in there with its full big charging brick and a mouse, and I still had a ton of room. You could probably put a keyboard in there and some other stuff as well. This thing is big and it can fit a lot. It doesn't look like it, but that's why it's designed so premiumly. Moving on to the number 3 spot, that is going to be a Kensignton Lock or an audio jack lock. So what these basically are is just like a bike lock, how that works. It's a lock for your laptop. So a lot of times you're in the library, you want to go down and get a coffee, and most of the times if you don't have a lock, you're going to put it in your backpack, you're going to go down, get a coffee, go back up to the spot that you're at, take your laptop back out, and then proceed to work. Now, instead of that, you could have a laptop lock. As soon as you sit down, lock it in there. So if you're working in the library for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, Sometimes we spend 3 or 4 hours at the library in one spot. You lock your laptop there, so if you want to go get a coffee or you need to step outside, take a breather, you just walk out and you're fine. Nothing's gonna happen to your laptop. And then you can come right back up and go right back to it. Now you can get a Kensington Lock if your laptop has a Kensington Lock port. However, and it'll look like this if you have this lock, if you have this port in your laptop, then it will be completely okay. You can just get a Kensington Lock. But if you don't, like if you have a newer MacBook Pro, actually any MacBook Pro since 2016, they do not have Kensington locks, and more PCs and laptops are not having Kensington locks on them. So to alleviate that problem, there is a company, Multiplex Anchor, that uses this really cool idea of taking a 3.5mm audio jack and plugging that in, and it is actually a lock that you can use any Kensington lock on. I will have that link below as well. It is a little bit expensive, but it's still cheaper than buying a brand new laptop. Moving on to the number 2 spot, that is this Epic portable monitor. I absolutely love this thing. This thing is awesome if you're working from your dorm, working from home, or working on campus. I absolutely love this thing. Basically, all it is a really, really nice, pretty beautiful, bright screen that you can plug into your laptop, or if you have an Android, you can plug it into your phone and actually use it as this huge 15.6-inch screen for your phone, or just use it as a dual monitor for your laptop, which is so useful. Especially if you're writing a paper and like a research paper, you have your research over on this screen and you have your other stuff over on this screen, what you're actually writing. Or if you're a graphic design major, I don't need to tell you, or if you create videos or photography, whatever, this thing is infinitely useful. It's so cool. It's a beautiful screen. It's IPS. It's very color accurate and it's extremely bright, especially for the price. It's really, really good. And let's be honest, there are those uses, but then you can also plug your Xbox or Switch or PlayStation, whatever you want into this. And I mean, come on, we're gonna do that stuff. If you want to game in your bed, or maybe you just don't have a TV or don't want to spend the money on a TV, you need something that you can use with school, you can definitely put this in bed with you and play a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone in bed. I'm not gonna say I've done that, but I've done that. Now moving on to the number 1 spot, this is the TicKasa Bluetooth headphones. These aren't just any Bluetooth headphones, they're very special. Now these have noise canceling in them, and pretty much all Bluetooth headphones are gonna say they have noise canceling, but there are extremely different levels of how good noise canceling can be. The noise canceling on these headphones is better than some $350 headphones that I've used before. Whether you're doing laundry, on the road, on an airplane, whatever, in a library with people talking, this thing almost blocks everything out, which is crazy because noise canceling basically just works by taking a sound wave and then doing the opposite sound wave. So typically long droning things like being on a plane, laundry, stuff like that, it's gonna block it out pretty easily. But voices are much more difficult and you need a better system to do that. And these block a ton of voice out, which is crazy. Sound quality is fantastic, on par with some of the best Sony headphones out there. The build quality is fantastic. They actually use quite a bit of metal on it. They're very premium. They don't feel like they're gonna break. There's a lot of customizability with height and extending and turning. There's a lot. These also can break down just like most nice travel headphones can. These are definitely not going to break or look bad over time. They are built very, very well. Now I will tell you, because they do use some metal, they are a bit heavier than some other headphones in the $350, $400 price range, which is really what these are competing with. But I haven't noticed much fatigue while using them. They have really nice, comfortable ear pads. Comes with a hard case carrying case, which is super, super nice. It's very premium. And the Bluetooth works very, very well. And like I said before, the sound quality is so, so good. Really on par with extremely expensive headphones. Now, personally, why these are ranked number 1 is because headphones are the most important part of being at school and being in college for me. I cannot live at school without a pair of headphones. It is a must, and especially noise canceling, just to be able to block out everything. It seems like there's always something going on. But remember, if you want to check out any of the 5 tech, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. Hopefully some of this tech will make your pandemic student lifestyle just a little bit easier. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out. If it did, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy gaming tech reviews, student tech reviews, setup videos, all that type of stuff, a lot of technology reviews and videos, consider subscribing. We do good stuff here. You might like it. We do fun stuff. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.